Welcome to global warming, home edition. My sister has got this heater cranked up so high, I'm like on the verge of passing out here. It's like 5,000 degrees in her place. So I'm gonna start sweating here soon. There's nothing going on right now. You know, the implants are great. We're just kind of winding down from all of the holidays and then birthdays because January 7th is my birthday, and I celebrated my 30th this year. Then my son's birthday was on the 12th, and he celebrated the Big 10 this year. So we surprised him with a trip to Disney World. We told him we were going to St. Augustine, and we blindfolded him, and he fell asleep in the car, and then he woke up, and we were at Disney World, and it was just that awesome. So, you know, who gets to do that? I feel like the coolest parent in the world right now. So, anyways, we're kind of, you know, getting back into the swing of things. So, this video, I've lost track of how many times I've tried to record this video because it's really awkward and it's kind of uncomfortable talking about it, not even gonna lie, but I really feel like it could help especially a lot of the younger women and teenagers, because I've been getting a lot of messages from teenagers lately. So I really wanted to reach out to them specifically, and anybody else who can benefit from it. But here it is. Okay, it's awkward. I get a lot of messages from people and comments from people who say, you know, you're gorgeous and you're so pretty, you could be a model and stuff like that. And, you know, of course it's flattering and I appreciate it, you know, sincerely. Here's the awkward part. So people say things like, you know, well, it's easy for you because you're gorgeous or whatever. And, you know, I don't take any offense to that or anything. I know that people mean well, but I wanted to give a little bit of my background so that you can kind of see where I've come from and get maybe a different perspective on, you know, what I've gone through. So maybe you can relate to it. As a kid, I was the ugly duckling. No, nobody told me I was the ugly duckling. I don't remember being a kid and anybody like outright calling me ugly or anything. It's not like I looked like insanely crazy or anything. I just didn't feel like I was what you would consider like one of the pretty girls, like, you know, with the pretty blonde hair and, you know, all long and straight and the dresses and none of that. We didn't do none of that. I was tall and very skinny, so I looked like your typical beanpole kid, honestly. I had really dark freckles all over my face. My hair, I don't know. I don't know how that happened. It was like I have no idea, but my hair was like really, it was dark brown, like a dirty colored brown, and it was bushy and wavy and curly all at the same time. It was weird. There was nothing cohesive going on. My grandma like always cut it. Like she would never let it grow. She always had some kind of reason as to why she wanted to cut my hair, because my mom never did my hair, and so it was always like down and doing weird things or whatever, and she didn't like looking at it because she's from the old school where you gotta pin it up, Christy, and I didn't pin it up, and so she'd cut it, and then I just looked like a weird mushroom head. It was crazy. I also had really jacked up looking teeth. As soon as my adult teeth came in, I had a really big gap between the two front teeth. Bottom teeth were really crooked. I always thought it looked like I chewed on metal. I looked really weird looking. And like at family functions and stuff, people would always come up to my little sister and talk about her long blonde hair and how pretty it was, and you know, she was short and kind of petite and everything like that. And then here I come in, the basketball player, you know what I'm saying? Like my aunt would say, oh, you look like a model, you know, and trying to make me feel good, but like for the most part I was going to be a basketball player. Like that was my destiny, you know. So anyways, I always compared myself to everybody around me, and I just at an early age realized that I was ugly. Like that is my mentality. That was what was going through my head. Like, ugly. You are ugly. That's what I thought. And it's sad that kids even can think that way, you know, at such an early age, that they can compare themselves to other kids and then rationalize that they're ugly. It's sad. So I pretty much worked on being awesome to make up for it, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, when it really started to bother me is when I started getting into junior high, and I wanted to be pretty. I wanted to look like, you know, all the rest of the girls. That was like 95, 96 era when Clueless was like the thing, and knee-high socks and platforms and baby doll dresses and all that stuff, and I was trying to do it and I just couldn't get it right, you know what I'm saying? I just half the time looked like I had no idea what was going on in the world. And I've always had like a quirky personality on top of my strange looks, so I didn't fit in anywhere. Like, I did not have, I never knew where my place was. I was just always hoping to go unnoticed, to go under the radar, because I was constantly analyzing my flaws and stuff and hoping and praying nobody else was, you know? You'd see all the pretty, popular girls walking by with their pretty hair and nice, expensive clothes and everything like that. And my family, you know, we didn't have money. You know, it's another problem I had growing up. So, you know, just always wishing I was one of them, like wishing I fit in with them and looked like them and had the things that they had. And I was really bad about it until finally I just threw in the towel and I hit my rebellion stage. I'd always been a tomboy, so I started dressing the part. Like, you know, I can at least get that right. I can at least dress better than the guys. And so I started dressing like a dude, seriously. Like, I wore baggy clothes and big Nike shoes and just a mess. It was a mess. I looked like a boy, you know. My makeup, I at least tried to put makeup on, but I didn't know how to put it on properly. So my face was like always orange. It was just always orange. I didn't know how to accessorize anything. I didn't know anything about fashion, nothing. I tried and I looked like a boy. I remember specifically one time, me and my best friend, she dressed like a boy too. We were walking, and these really popular, pretty girls just yelled out, "Why are y'all always dressed like guys?" And just laughing and giggling and stuff. And it's like, you know, that was us, the weirdos. So then when I became a young adult and I had my son, I hit my clubbing stage where I did the typical clubbing thing and took it over the top on the attire with the cleavage hanging out all over the place and short skirts and knee-high boots. I looked like a streetwalker. I really did. Spent entirely too much time in the mirror trying to primp, do my makeup, do my hair, and just always fussing, like nitpicking over everything, like nothing is right. I look terrible. This is what my mentality was like my whole life, you know? So it's not like I was just like some cute girl that just happened to have bad teeth. Knock it off. It was nothing close to that. I've always had really bad self-esteem, you know, when it came to my looks and everything. And maybe if my self-esteem was higher, maybe I would have taken better care of my teeth, but like I genuinely grew up not caring. Like I just felt like nothing mattered. Like no matter what I did, I'd always be that awkward looking kid. I'd always be that ugly duckling. So even when I did look cute in the past, because there was days when I felt like I looked attractive or whatever, but it was always short-lived because of my teeth, you know. I looked sick all the time. You know, nothing that I could do would spruce that up, and it's hard to even explain. Like, looking at myself now, like, sometimes it catches me off guard, like, hey, you look kind of normal, you know what I'm saying? Like, before I got my teeth fixed, I had this like drawn look to me. I looked like I had the flu all the time. It was really pale and bags under my eyes, and my lips would always be really chapped, and my tongue was really dry, and my teeth were disgusting, and I looked really sickly. Super skinny because my diet was like not there. It didn't exist. So when you first saw me on YouTube, like when I first started doing my videos or whatever, that's like the first time in my adult life, or in my life at all really, where I felt at peace with myself. Like I felt okay. Like I didn't feel like I looked, you know, spectacular or anything like that. But for me, by my standards, you know, I felt like I looked pretty good coming from where I came from and everything. And so honestly, getting dentures didn't restore my confidence. It gave me confidence that I had never really had. I mean, I had never had that, you look great confidence. Never. Things just keep getting better where, I don't feel like, like glamour shots or anything like that, but, I feel more and more normal looking because when my teeth were bad, like I would compare myself to everybody, like everybody, the attractive people, the people that maybe most people wouldn't consider attractive, and I felt subpar compared to everybody around me. So when I got my dentures, I felt like it kind of leveled the playing fields, if you know what I'm saying. Like I felt like I had a fair shot at everything. I didn't feel like I was, trying to play catch up. So now I just kind of feel like, I like the way I look, and it feels nice to be able to say that and like really truly mean it. Like I don't feel odd because I have teeth that I wasn't born with. Like this never caused any kind of confidence issue with me at all. Dentures never hindered me. I mean, just to be able to look in the mirror and see somebody staring back at me that I had never seen before, it just, it's been awesome. I think a lot of it has to do with your confidence. I don't really think it's about appearance. Like a lot of people, like you can see like a really pretty girl, like as soon as she starts talking and her attitude and everything, you're like, you know? And dude, same with you guys, if you could look like a Calvin Klein model, but if your personality sucks, and you're just not gonna look like you're what's up, you know what I'm saying? So I really don't think that it's so much to do with, oh well, she's just pretty anyways. I think it's a lot to do with confidence, because when I look at a lot of the videos from the other denture gurus and you see their progression from beginning to end, you could see they're constantly getting better and better and better, and it's not that their appearance is getting better, you just perceive it that way because their confidence is getting better, and it makes me smile. People are beaming with this radiance, and it's just all, I think it's all to do with what's in here that's just spilling over out here to make you look that much better, So I just wanted to share that with you guys so that you wouldn't think, oh, well, she doesn't know what it's like. I totally know what it's like. More than a lot of you, probably. That's how I was from as far back as I can remember. I just thought that would be, a little bit of motivation for you guys out there that are, feeling down about your appearance and everything. I really think that once you fix whatever it is on the inside that's tearing you apart, that it's going to fix everything on the outside, and you're going to look different because you're going to feel different and you're going to act different. And it's not just going to be apparent to you, it's going to be apparent to other people also. So share in the comments section, if you had your denture or implant transformation, share how it's changed your perception of your own appearance. Like, do you feel like, not only has it improved your physical appearance, has it improved how you perceive yourself? Do you feel like you look a lot better than you did before, Just share that so that, kind of encourage those who are on the other side of the fence and haven't took the plunge to get dentures yet. Just try to encourage each other, and yeah, so that's what I wanted to share. It's kind of awkward, not gonna lie. I don't really like talking about that because, sensitive subject for me, but if it can help, then it can help. So, and I'm catching up on emails, as most of you know. I've only got a little bit left to do. So if you have any questions, then email me at KAL32205 @gmail.com, and you guys take care.